also have representatives from Austin Travis County EMS and Austin Police Department speaking, and then on hand to answer any questions related to their departments. We also have representatives from AFD, Austin Arts, Culture, Music, and Entertainment, and Austin Transportation and Public Works. So Austin Emergency Management is excited to welcome the many visitors who come to our city every year for all of the fall events hosted here throughout Fall Festival season. We're excited to launch Fall Festival season this weekend. Whether it be for music, sports, or any other form of entertainment, we hope everyone enjoys this time of year in a safe manner. And if they are visiting our area, we hope that they leave feeling welcomed by our community. Austin is an innovator in the arts, culture, music, and entertainment industries, and Fall Festival season is a chance to highlight this in our community. Our goal during this and other festivals is to make sure everyone attending can be confident in their safety. Our office leads the efforts in coordinating an Event Operations Center, or an EVOC as we call it. This is a dedicated emergency operations center for ACL designed to support public safety for the event. Austin Emergency Management staff serves within the EVOC alongside our public safety partners to quickly coordinate any necessary resources outside of the event footprint in the event of incidents expanding outside of the current capabilities. The safety of the public and the attendees at ACL is our top priority. Austin Emergency Management makes sure our staff is prepared and available to manage anything that may come up during the festival. To prepare for Fall Festival season annually, Austin Emergency Management co-hosts a tabletop training exercise with public safety representatives and event organizers to ensure city and partner organizations, along with festival staff, are trained for how to respond in the event of an emergency. Additionally, Austin Emergency Management manages the regional radio system for special events. We establish a network of radio channels for emergency personnel, public safety, and event staff to communicate seamlessly during Fall Festival season. Each year, HESM coordinates this radio network for more than 280 special events, totaling more than 550 days of special event radio operations. There will be public safety personnel in and around the festival this weekend and next weekend, but we cannot be everywhere all at once. So please, if you see something, say something. We hope everyone has a safe festival season and enjoys all of the great things that Austin has to offer. I would like to point out that we want all festival goers to please stay safe, weather aware. Forecasts call for slightly warmer than normal temperatures for this time of year this weekend, so keep an eye on local weather forecasts before you head out to the festival. Dress accordingly and please stay hydrated. While at the festival, we encourage everyone to participate in the buddy system. We don't want you to go anywhere alone. Always have someone with you, and before you arrive, have a pre-planned staging or group regrouping area if you do happen to get separated by from your group. And with that, I will pass it off to Krista Stedman with EMS.
Got lower this little, even with boots on. Krista Stedman, CHRISTA, STEDMAN, captain with the Austin Travis County EMS Public Information Office. As always, in the months leading up to ACL, we spend a lot of time with all of our partners pre-planning the event to make sure that it goes smoothly and safely for everyone. Austin Travis County EMS will be providing our on-site medical resources at the festival alongside our partners with Ascension Seton. So what that's going to look like is we'll have medics that are on foot. They will be on bicycles, in SRUs, which are sort of our ATVs with the stretcher on the back that you see, along with dedicated ambulances and dedicated dispatchers. Just like we do for South by Southwest, we geofence Zilker Park, so we sort of make a little city within a city, and all of the resources that are at ACL are meant for ACL. So any incident that happens inside the park or in the perimeter is going to get those dedicated units. As David was mentioning, the weather forecast looks like it's going to be a little toasty. So we want everyone to make sure to prepare yourself and take steps to prevent heat-related illness. This is especially important if you're not from the area and you're not used to living in a climate that's as warm and as humid as Austin is. So make sure before you even go to the festival, you are pre-hydrating, setting yourself up for success, wearing light-colored, loose-fitting clothing. Make sure you're wearing sunscreen, bring a hat. Make sure that you're eating good meals, and then keep hydrating while you're out at the festival. If you're going to enjoy a beverage or two, use that in moderation. And most importantly, we want everybody to learn the signs and symptoms of heat-related illness. So when we talk about heat-related illness, we sort of talk about it in 3 buckets of increasing severity. So heat cramps is going to be your body's first way of telling you that it's starting to get overheated and you need to change something about what you're doing. So that's going to be cramps maybe in your abdomen, in the muscles in your arms and legs. And that really is your body's first way of saying, hey, I need you to sit down and rehydrate. If you don't treat heat cramps, they will move quickly into heat exhaustion. Heat exhaustion will look like dizziness, profuse sweating, your skin could turn red, maybe some nausea and vomiting. You could start to become lethargic, and if heat exhaustion isn't stopped, then it will progress into heat stroke. Heat stroke is a time-sensitive, life-threatening medical emergency, and it can happen really quickly. So heat stroke is going to look like someone that maybe either has an alteration of awareness or maybe be completely unconscious. They'll have a fast, rapid heart rate. They may or may not still be sweating. If you see somebody, or if you or someone you're with is experiencing any of these signs, it's time to get medical help. If you're, just sort of in the first stages of maybe heat cramps, a little heat exhaustion, you can get yourself to the med tent. That's great. But if somebody is experiencing heat stroke, the very first thing you need to do is call 911, move them to a cooler place, and start trying to cool them off. I'll also mention, if you're not from here, even though I think we've been dethroned as the allergy capital of Texas, they are still everywhere. I don't know if you guys can see me crying right now, but it's not because I'm upset, it's because ragweed is high. So prepare for that, especially if you have a pre-existing medical condition like some sort of respiratory illness. It's also been really hot and dry here, so there may be an amount of dust that gets kicked up. So again, if you have those upper respiratory conditions, make sure that you're preparing yourself to go out to ACL. Make sure you bring your inhaler and you're taking your medications like you should. As I said, if someone that you're with experiences a medical emergency, and you can make it to the medical tent, please do so. If not, call 911 and give us as many details as you can about where you are. Look for the landmarks, look for a specific flag, tell us what stage you're at. And another really handy thing you can do is download the What 3 Words app, which will give us a really precise location, and then you can relay that information over to the 911 dispatchers. I mentioned consuming alcohol and caffeine in moderation. We want everybody to have a good time, but we want everybody to make it home safe. Avoid using illicit substances. If someone presents you with a pill that was not prescribed to you by a doctor and dispensed by a pharmacy, you should not consume that pill. We are always going to be here if you need us, and we want everybody to have a great time. And I'll turn it over to Corporal Mendez.
All right, good afternoon. I'm Corporal Jose Mendez. That's Josemendez, and I'm with the Austin Police Department Public Information Office. So we want to welcome everyone visiting Austin and those that will be attending the various events during our fall festival season. On behalf of the Austin Police Department, I want to remind everyone that safety is and will be our #1 priority. We encourage our community members and the visitors to make responsible decisions during these next several weeks. This is a time where people from all over the world come to Austin to be part of the many festivities that take place this time of year. Whether you're attending Austin City Limits Music Festival, Formula One, an Austin FC game, or any other event that's being conducted here within the city limits, there are several different reminders and safety tips we would like to offer. First and foremost, pay attention to your surroundings and know what's going on around you. If an incident were to happen, know where all the exits are. Have a plan to get in touch with loved ones and family members. If you get separated from your group, have a plan to meet at a specific location. Most importantly, if you see something suspicious, please say something. Report that to one of the many officers that you'll see out and about at some of these events. As far as personal property and items of value go, make sure to keep your valuables in safe locations and put them in different places. If you bring a purse, a fanny pack, a backpack, make sure it is zipped up and it's secure. You should also keep your phone in a different location than your ID and credit cards so that they are not all stolen at once if they are stolen. Avoid putting your cell phone in your back pocket or sticking out of a backpack. Every year, many cell phones are stolen this way. Record the serial number of your cell phone and enable a tracking app on your cell phone in the event that it's lost or stolen, and that we can help track that down. The more information we have, the better. It's best to only bring the essentials that you're gonna need. Leave all the valuables at home. If you do become a victim of a theft, we encourage you to contact our non-emergency line at 512-974-2000. Or you can contact 311 and make a report, or you can go online and make a report using www.ireportaustin.com. Now, during these events, it's going to be very busy. There's going to be a lot of traffic, and there will be street closures. So please be patient. Plan your route to and from the event you are attending well in advance. As always, please refrain from drinking and driving. And I'll repeat that. Please refrain from drinking and driving. Have a safe ride home after the event has concluded. And just take advantage of one of the many different ride shares that are out here. Just remember that no refusal is in effect, and we will have several patrol officers targeting drunk driving. Officers will be on site both inside and outside the events that are taking place here in Austin. And whether you are inside or outside one of these events, do not take anything if you do not know where it came from. A reminder, a lethal dose of fentanyl can be as small as a grain of sand. So let me reiterate, do not consume or ingest anything if you do not know where it came from. And lastly, there is a temporary flight restriction in place for all drones within a 1-mile radius from the center of Zilker Park. This will be in effect for all 6 days of ACL, and that will start from 11 a.m. and last till 11 p.m. We will have teams of officers monitoring airspace around ACL, so this does not happen. Unless you have a waiver from the FAA, no drones are to be flown around ACL. As a reminder, those that choose to not comply are in violation of federal law. So as I mentioned before, safety is our #1 priority during all of these events. Our special events team, in conjunction with all the other agencies that play a significant role in this, do a tremendous job each and every year putting these events together and making sure they're staffed adequately to make sure that people are feeling safe. You will see an increased police presence in and around these events, and again, that's just for safety purposes. So come on out, enjoy the festivities, have some fun, and be safe. We'll now open it up for some questions.
Ron over with Cade. We had a few questions about autonomous vehicles. With that being said, can you talk to me about what the communication has been like with the AV workers, local AV companies regarding the fall festivals, and any safety precautions that have been discussed?
I can take that. Hold on.
Yeah, that's perfect for you.
Tell them your name and title.
Oops. Anyway.
I can make it that real
Sure.
quick.
There you go, brother.
Thank you. That's a great question. My name is Upal Barua. I'm the Assistant Director in Austin Transportation and Public Works Department. From the Austin Transportation Department, we have been working with all the AV companies for the past couple of months and have been coordinating all the efforts. And based on the discussion and based on the plan, all the AV rideshare companies, they are going to use the same rideshare drop-off pickup locations that we have set up for all the other pickup drop-off locations. For example, we have Lee Barton Drive where we can have pickup drop-off. We are also going to have Wallingo Drive as well as the Stephen F. Austin Drive under the Mopac Bridge where the AV rideshare companies can pick up drop-off passengers to the event.
So for the AV ride shares, are they just restricted to those locations, or will they be able to go to the same places that, say, Uber and Lyft drivers will be able to go as well?
They would go to the same pickup drop-off locations as Uber, Lyft, and other TNCs.
One more question for you. If a autonomous vehicle gets stuck in the park, is it the same same processes if they get stuck anywhere else in the city any other time of the year?
Yeah, we have been coordinating these discussions and efforts with Austin Police Department as well as Austin Transportation and Public Works Department and with all the AV companies. And we are being extra vigilant and making sure that our partner departments are going to keep their eyes open as well as us and make sure that if there are any such incidents outside the event area, we address it accordingly.
Thank you, sir.
Of course.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Just yell.
All right. Yeah. Jamal Kennedy with CBS Austin. This is a question for someone from the Arts and Cultures Division. Just with everything that's happened with the government shutdown, and are you afraid that maybe travel could impact people trying to get into town, transportation that type of thing, and that could have an impact on people trying to come and be able to enjoy the festival? I know you've worked hard and you welcome several thousand people every single year to this event. Are you worried that that's going to have an impact? And then could you also just talk about the process of trying to work to put this thing together and to host an event like this?
Hello, Maria Alonso with the Arts, Culture, Music, and Entertainment Department. So at the moment, we haven't heard anything. Usually we hear things from the actual organizers as far as like if they're having less people getting tickets and things like that. But so far we haven't experienced that. We are on track as we have in past years. As far as like the effort of putting this together, I mean, this starts almost year round, right? Like they put in their application in, I think in like May, and it has been several meetings with them to make sure that we're coordinating with all of the departments, the special events units, and every single one of the safety teams. So I don't know if that was where you were going with it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Great, thanks.
Any other questions? Yes.
Thank you all for doing this. Jenna with Talk 7. Best ways, can someone briefly talk about main road closures and best ways to get to and from the festival?
Thank you again, Upal Barua, Assistant Director, Austin Transportation and Public Works Department. Great question and timely question. Yes, there are going to be several street closures around the event area. Barton Springs Road is going to be closed at certain section. We are also going to close Stephen F. Austin Drive between Cesar Chavez all the way to Lake Austin Boulevard, and also Stratford Drive. So we urge all the travelers to the event to take transit if possible. Also, you can walk and bike to the event. We are also going to have pick-up drop-off locations for different rideshare facilities. And you can take Cap Metro bus number 803. They have the stops at South Lamar Boulevard and Barton Springs Road. You can get very close to the event within a mile or half a mile. You can also take the shuttle service open for the event attendees. You can get into the shuttle from Sand Park, and you can get off on the west entrance on Barton Springs Road to the event. So those are the options that we have. And if you have to drive, if you have no other ways to get to the event, please do pre-planning where you're going to park. Do not drive to Zilker Park. There is not going to be any parking in Zilker Park. There is not going to be any parking in the surrounding neighborhood. Plan ahead of time. There are some paid parking garages about a mile or a mile and a half out from the event, like Barton Oaks Plaza, paid parking, or you can also park at Austin High School with payments. Thank you.
I have one for Corporal Mendez. Is the emergency, or not the reserve unit, going to be in effect that you all have for like the special events team? Is that team going to be active on this weekend and next weekend to kind of help out the team?
I'm not sure about the reserve unit, if they're going to be part of the event. They very well may be. However, we are very confident with the staffing that we currently have in place. Like they've mentioned, this is an event. This is a staple of Austin. That's something that's planned throughout the whole year. So we're very confident in the resources and the staffing that we have. So that shouldn't be an issue.
Robert, do you talk about any extra safety precautions that y'all have in place for the event this year?
I'm sorry, for
ACL? any extra safety precautions that you have in place?
Yeah, without getting into tactics and numbers and what we plan on doing, I'll just leave it as we're adequately staffed. We have various units from the department working in different capacities, plainclothes officers, uniformed officers, some you may not even see, but they're out there. So again, adequately staffed. We're very confident with how this should play out.
Sorry, just one more. Whoever is best to answer it, but for the folks not attending ACL that live in Austin, advice to them, tips. Obviously, the city gets inundated with people for the next couple of weekends.
Thank you for anyone that's not attending the festival, but they're in town, whether you're local or coming in town for something else, but not coming to attend one of the festivals. Just pack your patience. Anytime you're out on the road, there will be more traffic. Like we said, there's thousands of people that will be coming into this city for ACL this weekend and next weekend, and then the following weekend for F1. And these are multi-day events that bring in thousands and thousands of people. So whether you are a local or you're coming in town, no matter where you're going, please pack your patience. Be courteous and nice to those who are trying to serve you, and enjoy the festivities. Enjoy whatever activity it is that you are doing if you're not going to the festivities, and please have a good time and be safe. Any other questions? Thank y'all very much for your time. Thank y'all for coming.
Appreciate it.